So friends, Jim Jordan, what do you think? Speaker of the House or co-defendant to Donald Trump? Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, Jim Jordan thinks he ought to be Speaker of the House of Representatives. Well, you know what? As a former career prosecutor, based on the evidence I've seen, a better fit for Jim Jordan would probably be as an indicted co-defendant of Donald Trump's for trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election. You know, I just read a new piece by my friend Dean Obeidallah, and I'll put a link to Dean's piece in the description of this video. I hope you'll give it a read, because no one should forget what Jim Jordan did to assist Donald Trump's insurrection. And frankly, we need to pay attention to what Jordan is still doing, trying to prevent prosecutors from holding Donald Trump accountable for his crimes. Here is the headline of Dean's new piece: Jim Jordan should not be Speaker. He should be a co-defendant in Trump's attempted coup case. And that piece begins, on Wednesday, GOP Representative Jim Jordan announced he's running for Speaker of the House. In reality, the only thing Jordan should be announcing is how he pleads in response to criminal charges for being part of Donald Trump's illegal effort to overturn the 2020 election. Let's be very clear. No member of Congress was more involved in Trump's attempted coup than Jordan. We know that by the way of the House January 6 committee report, which detailed Jordan's actions. As the January 6 committee's final report bluntly states, Jordan was a significant player in President Trump's efforts to overturn the election. For starters, the report details that Jordan spread lies about the election, such as when he traveled from his home state of Ohio to speak at a Stop the Steal rally in front of the Pennsylvania state capitol in Harrisburg, just days after the November election. Jordan also trafficked in election lies during interviews with friendly media outlets. As the January 6 report explains, Jordan participated in numerous post-election meetings in which senior White House officials, Rudy Giuliani, and others discussed strategies for challenging the election, chief among them claims that the election had been tainted by fraud. On January 2, 2021, Representative Jordan led a conference call in which he, President Trump, and other members of Congress discussed strategies for delaying the January 6 joint session. They discussed issuing social media posts encouraging President Trump's supporters to march to the Capitol on January 6th. And Jordan texted Mark Meadows, passing along advice that Vice President Pence should call out all the electoral votes that he believed are unconstitutional as no electoral votes at all. In other words, he urged Vice President Pence to violate the law, the Electoral Count Act. And friends, Jordan had materially relevant communications with Donald Trump or others in the White House, which is why the bipartisan committee subpoenaed him. And of course, Jim Jordan unlawfully defied that congressional subpoena, thereby committing the crime of contempt of Congress, a crime for which Jim Jordan has not yet been held accountable. No, instead, he was made chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, issuing the very kinds of subpoenas he defied. And he expects everybody to comply with his subpoenas, even though he would not comply with a lawfully issued congressional subpoena. And he is using his position as chairman of the House Judiciary Committee to try to help Donald Trump get away with his crimes, to try to help Donald Trump avoid being held accountable for his crimes. In a very real sense, Jim Jordan is acting as an accessory after the fact to Donald Trump's crimes, knowing that crimes against the United States has been committed by another. He is actively assisting Donald Trump in evading responsibility. Jim Jordan, Speaker of the House of Representatives? No. Jim Jordan ought to be a co-defendant, indicted, alongside his friend, his deity, his political benefactor, Donald Trump. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.